Still tuned to the AMX24 TV, and this is the AM Club. My name is Godwin Number. It's time for Motivation Monday. Get ready to be inspired this morning as we even start the new month. Now, my next guest is a real estate professional with over 20 years' experience. He has attained both local and international training in facilities and property management. He has been involved in the development and management of prominent facilities in Ghana, such as the Marina Mall, the Takoradi Mall, the Oxford Street Mall, the Jubilee Mall, and the Junction Mall. And he has also mentored and trained many real estate professionals currently involved in the development of numerous projects across the country. He's the CEO of Shelter Mart Properties Limited. Ebenezer Asare Amanquar with a Q. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good to have you.
Same here.
Looking very good.
Happy to be here. Thank you. Look fantastic too.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. My designer, Sue. I have to make noise for her.
Yes.
Ebenezer, can I call you Ebenezer?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Let's go back a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, fine young man. I'm following you with a grey beard.
Oh.
Small. Where did you grow up?
Yes. I grew up in Asare in the eastern region. Yes. I don't know if you know that, but
it's in the central region?
No, it's in the eastern region.
Oh.
After in Sanwam, take left, Adesu. Yes.
I'm confusing it with Mankesim.
Oh, okay.
Two different places.
Yes.
This is the eastern region.
Yes.
Okay.
Very fantastic place to grow up.
What do you remember about the place growing up?
At that time, life wasn't like this. There was no internet. There was no, even to make calls, we need to go and queue at the post office then.
It was at the post office, not at the my time.
That was when there was the phone booth.
The phone booth came,
and the phone booth were located at the post office.
Right.
So that's where you used to go queue up and then make your calls.
Where were you at that time? Were you in school?
In fact, that's where I grew up all the way to completion of secondary school. I attended secondary technical school. That's St. Thomas Secondary Technical. Yes.
In the eastern region as well.
Yes, same place from childhood till I completed, my secondary technical school. And then, as usual, we all migrated to Accra.
Yes.
I remember that day so well. I had completed school and then gotten admission at Accra Polytechnic then.
Wow.
So I was looking forward to coming, prepared my stuff, hoping to move I think it was a Sunday that I planned to come. And then on Saturday, an uncle came down with a car and was returning to Accra. You know those things.
Yeah.
Say, hey, pack your things.
Let's
go.
I
remember my things were not even dry.
They were wet?
Wet. I need to pack them and join the car to come to Accra, to come and hustle. Came to school, completed, and anyway.
Was it your first time in Accra?
No. We used to come for a visit. My brothers were in Accra. Some family members were here. So on vacations, I used to come to Accra, come and spend some holidays and go back. But I'd never stayed here fully before until I completed tertiary. And I was able to, rent my single room.
Right after school?
Okay, after school, I went to do my national service at Hohoi.
Oh, wow.
So as soon as I returned, I got a job, luckily, which I always advise people on that. Prior to the national service ending, my boss then was so benevolent. Mm-hmm. He gave me a chance to be coming to Accra to distribute applications. So I'd done that a couple of times. So the last one I went, he was like, how did it go? I said, boss, I've distributed nothing yet. So, sure? Yes. He picked up his phone and called a consultant friend of his in Accra and said, this gentleman who has been doing service here for the past 1 year, he's been fantastic. Do you mind taking him on board? He says he wants an opportunity for attachment. He said, why not? Monday, let him start.
Wow.
Yes. It was a Thursday or Friday. The next Sunday I was in Accra. The next Monday I started job.
That's pure favor, isn't it?
Pure favor.
What did you study in Accra Poly?
I studied building technology, yes, and then subsequently continued to GIMPA to do project management as a top-up degree. There's one thing that I did, which for me I'm going to advise a lot of people to do same. After I completed Polytechnic, you know, those days when you're applying for a job, you know, they look at the degree, blah, 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 prioritize them. So what I did was that I added value to myself by attending short courses.
Beautiful.
Okay, in various fields, in project management, in so and so, in finance. So if you pick my CV, you see my basic qualification as HND, but the value added to me by way of that training programs. So I was always put apart with the degree people. So in terms of employment opportunities, every interview I go, by second, third, I get a job. Luckily, I did not also change jobs so frequently. The least I spent in any of my jobs was 4 years.
That's a long time.
Yes. I never moved. 4 years.
You can't even stay in a relationship for 6 months.
I stayed in for 4 years. The longest was 7 years. Yes, which was at Junction Mall. Yes, I opened and managed Junction Mall for 7 years, 2014 to 2021. When I left to fully come and run Shelter Mart, which is another story we are going to talk about.
I'm going to inquire from you. Very interesting. Sure. So you've always known what have you always known what you wanted to do? Because
yes,
you went to a secondary technical?
Yes, in fact, the secondary technical school came in by accident.
Okay.
Originally, I applied for, Asamakese had 2 secondary schools, Asamakese Secondary School and St. Thomas, which is the technical. So I applied to do agriculture at St. Thomas, Asamakese Secondary School. I got admission. Then on the day we went, saw my name on the board. Now the Luchi, the money. So my mom, you know, I was cared for by a single mom. My mom, Julian Eduyabo of blessed memory. I really wish her rest in peace. So when we went there, we saw the fees and everything. They gave us the prospectus. She said, look, Kujo, she calls me Kujo. I can't afford this. In fact, we went to see the headmaster then to appeal. Can we pay an installment? He said no. So on our way back in the car, then I told her, oh, there's St. Thomas too. Can we go there and try? Yeah. I didn't apply at all. So we went there, saw the headmaster then, you know, he gave me some exams to write. After that, I said, yes, you have admission. And truly, the money we had that couldn't even pay for Asamakese Secondary School paid for us to get even a balance.
Wow.
Yes. And that is how I got into technical. And then I completed that. That was a major transformation in my life. Because my dad was the agriculture officer for Asamakese. Okay. So my plan was to be like my dad. That's why I went to apply for agriculture, and I got the admission.
But it's interesting. Sorry to
yes, sure.
I'm looking at your story. It's interesting. So your dad was an agriculture officer?
Yes.
But you were raised by a single mom.
Okay, my dad was, how do we call polygamist? Had 8 wives.
8 wives, wow. Okay.
And 21 children. So you hardly see him. It's like once in a blue moon.
Your mom had how many for him? 2. Okay.
Yes.
You.
In fact, 3 and 1, you know, passed.
Yes. You and another sister or brother? Brother.
Yes.
Okay. You are the eldest?
No. The youngest, the last one.
Right.
Yes. So after completing SS, you know, I got to come and do building technology continued. And then in the course of my working life too, I got another incident that also transformed me. I was in a financial institution, one of the financial institutions, as their project officer. I was in charge of construction of the branches. So at the time, I remember I supervised 18 branches to be built across the country. And then there was a policy change in the company that said that, you know, we had admin department, and then I was in the projects department in charge of construction. So we were constructing and maintaining. The company made a policy change that administration should be in charge of the maintenance of the branches, whilst projects department continue with the construction. So I had to be moved, because I had supervised most of the branches, I had to be moved into the admin department. And for me, it was also another drastic change in my life, because I was constructing Properties, okay, branches for them. Maintenance was not in my one of the things that I had learned. Though, you do a bit of it whilst doing construction, but at the time, it was classified as facilities management. Right. So when that transformation happened and I had to be moved, I appealed to my bosses then and said, look, I have no knowledge in facilities management, so I need to be given the training. So personally, I took on the responsibility to learn on facilities management. Then the company also sponsored for me to go for some other training programs to equip me to handle the facilities. So I did that for a while, and then I saw a job opportunity in Daily Graphic then.
And then the company has
No, but it was after 3 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
It was after 3 years.
You did very well.
Oh, yes, after 3 years. So I saw the advert and I was like, let me give it a try. I applied, and then I was called for interview. But when I went, there was a room full of people. I said, hey. So me, I'm in a job, so I'm not desperate for this opportunity. I did my best, went back. I was there about a week, and then they gave me a call. I should come for a second round. That time, we were few. Then we finished that through. I went back. Later, I got a call from South Africa. Not knowing it was an international organization coming to Ghana. So we did another Zoom interview. Then I passed that too. So I was just given the opportunity to manage one of the prominent buildings in Ghana, which is Marina Mall. It was under construction. So I was part of the project team for about a year before we opened it in 2010. Beautiful. And trust me, the very first day I entered the place, that time escalators were not common in Ghana.
Yes.
I think
one of the first places that had escalators.
Yes. Yeah. And Labadi Beach. Yeah. Also, one of this, Labadi Beach Hotel, one of this had escalator. Okay. That was the only one I had seen. At the time, I had not even been to airport before. So
that's interesting.
So when I entered and I saw the escalators, I saw the elevators and the equipment, I'm like, hey!
I mean, you're a construction person, but
that kind of, yes. Yeah. It's a structure that, trust me, up to now, it matches a lot of the new developments that have been done. Yes, because it's very sophisticated. It has a lot of systems in there. Trust me. So when I got this opportunity, I was like, wow, I'm going to sit in interview, basically delivered. And now here's the practical. I didn't know this. Come and do it. Let's see. It was a huge challenge, but trust me, I did 4 years there, and I really enjoyed I learned a lot.
What have you gathered all these years in your career? What have you learned? What lessons have you learned as a person from even going to secondary school, how things turned out for you in technical school, Accra Poly, to where you are now? What are some of the valuable lessons you've learned in life?
One of them is that, you see, as a person, okay, you have a plan. You have your goals that you want to achieve, but developments will happen along the way that will sway you. Don't get distracted, refocus, and plan again and move on. That is one thing that those occurrences never distorted my development. I took those challenges up, and then today I have developed a whole career of being moved from one division, which is project division, to facilities management. And through that, luckily, when I got the opportunity at Marina Mall, the international company took me to South Africa for training on facilities management. So at a point, in fact, one of the training programs I attended, when I went, paid everything. In fact, it was a personal one, paid for it. And when they started training, I was just sitting there. Throughout, I was like, what did I come here to do?
You know these things.
Yes. I said, why did I come here? But anyway, it added to that personal development progress that I had decided to do. In fact, up to now, if you pick my CV, I have almost about 20 short courses in law, in finance, in virtually every field of endeavor, because it adds a lot of value to you. It adds a lot. It exposes you. You don't go to places and you feel lost. No. I remember when I was doing the law, it It was a 2 months course,
Okay.
which is not too long, but the level of exposure that I got into the law field and the fact that I'm into property business and most of the things we do is law.
Legally.
Say, selling of property.
Yeah.
In fact, there was a day, this thing happened, I think, somewhere early this year or late last year. There was a client that was purchasing a property. So I did the sales and purchase agreement and shared with him. He shared with his lawyer. I didn't know the lawyer. So I was there and I got a call. Hi, are you Kojo? I said, yes. My client is Mr. So and so. He shared the documents with me that you prepared it. Are you a lawyer? I said, no. He said, see, I've seen the quality of the work, and I, the lawyer, should have prepared it for him.
Right.
But when he shared the copy with me,
Look at that.
see, it is 99%
Look at
accurate. I only did small change. I'm telling you, I'll pay you part of my legal fees. I thought
That's
he
what he
was
said.
joking. Yes, he did.
Wow.
After the transaction, I was there one day. I just got he called. Do you have one more on this line? I said, yes. I was like, this lawyer.
He's serious about it.
He's serious about it. And he paid me for it. After my client had even paid me, he saw my input, he saw the value, and trust me, I'm very excited about that.
So I've picked from what you just said, resilience.
Yes.
Resilience, not being distracted by
Not
certain
being
things that come your way, no matter what
Yes.
happens. And then value addition. Because you
value
seem to be someone who has added a lot of value to yourself, even when you didn't. Did you have the means? Did you do it because you had the means?
You see, if you are committed to something, you do it. If you are committed to adding value to yourself, any little money you make, you commit some to that. So it's about a commitment. If you don't have commitment, no. They say where there's a will, there's a way.
There's a way.
Exactly. So once I had planned that this is what I'll do, in fact, the main reason why I did that, that made me start that was that at the time, polytechnic students or graduates were being looked down. So you go to place, they ask you, oh, you meet people. And are you from tech? Accra Polytechnic. I was like, Yeah. So it just gingered me. It never killed my spirit. I just felt I need to do something else. Yeah. I need to be able to, yes, you go to meetings. By virtue of my work too, I got exposed to places, you go to big meetings, and then, when they finish the networking time, tech, this is so this is, I was like, whoa. And I didn't have my mates in that level. Because of the exposure I got early, I didn't have a lot of them that had also come to that level. That only way, even if we are flowing, we can also connect. So I felt the need. So in fact, I attended a 6-week course in Gimpa at the time, paid myself, just because I wanted to have the tag Gimpa on me. I said no. And Gimpa pays dollars, not CD. And I committed to doing that so that I can also bring myself to that level.
I really wish we could talk further. I mean, you seem to have a lot to share.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that in your portfolio, you train a lot of young real estate people. But I'm sure it goes beyond real estate people. You also train young people in any
In
field
fact,
at all.
I have a very big team.
Beautiful.
I have a big team. My company, Shelter Mart, started it in 2013 whilst I was engaged somewhere.
Right.
Yes. And I started that as a side hustle. Because at the time, in fact, let me even tell this story.
If you
I
can
had
make it
complete brief, yes. I encountered an agent who was supposed to get me accommodation, and the frustration to even secure accommodation, I was like, I won't let anyone else go through this. So I'm going to set up an entity, build it to be able to serve people in providing, people who are seeking accommodation rather to rent or buy. And that is how I got me into it.
Interesting.
And today we've been 10 years in the industry.
Beautiful.
Yes.
I mean, Ebenezer, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. How do we, for many young people watching you and wanting maybe your help, advice in any form, how can they reach you? Are you on social media?
Yes, I'm on social media.
Okay.
Personally, Kojo Asare Amanquar. My company, Shelter Mart Properties, go on all platforms. We are there. I'll share contact any young person that wants to enter into business.
Okay.
I've gotten 20 years of doing that. I've learned some things. There are things that I'm ready to share with anyone who is ready to learn. Unfortunately, the young people of today want fast money, but real estate is not as such. So if you have that mentality, then please go and find something else. But if you want to come through the process and be groomed and be trained to build yourself and also become somebody, then I'm ready to assist you.
No fast money in this place.
At all.
Ebenezer Asare Amanquar is the CEO of Shelter Mart Properties Limited. Thank you so much. Insightful conversation for me. Personally, thank you so much. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
As well.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah. It's our pleasure. We're still on the AM Club. We'll be back.
Early detection saves lives, but early sensitization could do twice as much. So this year, we're taking our breast cancer awareness campaign to senior high schools across the country.
We are looking to educate the next generation of women who in turn will spread the word in their own unique ways. Early education, early detection, more awareness.
Our message is simple. Set a reminder, get screened, and cross it out. We're crossing out all of the fear, all of the risks and stigma attached to breast cancer.
Our high school tour will be making several stops at the Eastern, Central, Greater Accra and Ashanti regions, offering inspiring pep talks, breast cancer screening and education, amazing giveaways, and a concert to top it all off.
For further inquiries, you can reach us on 059-229-2746 or visit mx24.app/crossitout. Cross It Out 2023 is proudly brought to you by Top Choco and Floral Tissues.
Has there ever been a point where you've been disrespected or shamed for your body type that has led you into depression?
I wish I was big and tall.
Ooh.
I've always been a plus-size person. There was this man said, there is a job, but I won't employ you because of your weight.
He said it to your face?
Yeah.
I've also lost an advertising
deal,
not once, not twice, because I was too slim and I looked like a child.
On Facebook, I posted a picture and someone came to write, "You too ugly, look like an hippopotamus."
Wow.
Most people get bullied in school rather than anywhere else because people are just mean.
How do you deal with society when you're being criticized for your body type or how you look? My guests have shared their sentiments, and so join us this Monday on The Dish right here at MX24 TV at 8 p.m.
Welcome to VIP.
Early detection saves lives, but early sensitization could do twice as much. So this year, we're taking our breast cancer awareness campaign to senior high schools across the country.
We are looking to educate the next generation of women who in turn will spread the word in their own unique ways. Early education, early detection, more awareness.
Our message is simple. Set a reminder, get screened, and cross it out. We're crossing out all of the fear, all of the risks and stigma attached to breast cancer.
Our high school tour will be making several stops at the Eastern, Central, Greater Accra and Ashanti regions, offering inspiring pep talks, breast cancer screening and education, amazing giveaways, and a concert to top it all off.
For further inquiries, you can reach us on 059-229-2746 or visit mx24.app/crossitout. Cross It Out 2023 is proudly brought to you by Top Choco and Floral Tissues.